Hello everyone, and welcome to my last video before I depart for Europe. We are back at Chicago Thrill Yards for this one, at the brand new ride, Fódlan Fling. This guy has been in the works since 2021. That's when I got the idea for it. Finally got around to bringing it to fruition here. So, let's not dilly-dally. Why don't I go ahead and show you around this lovely midway. So, some general information about Fódlan Fling as we walk over. Fódlan Fling is, well, you'll know it as a gravity woody. That's what most people will say it is. It was manufactured by a company from Canada called Martin Bloom Inks. It was designed by the Gravity Group. That's how they've been doing their woodies since Boardwalk Bullet, 2007. Although they did make one more hybrid woody themselves, which was Ravine Flyer 2. Sorry, fumbled that a bit. And then all of their large woodies from that point on, except for Cuchulainn, are Martin Bloom Inks. The rest of their smaller woodies plus Cuchulainn are Gravity Craft, who also designed these trains. These are, you saw one whizzing by just a little while ago. These are Gravity Group Timberliners. So, this is our entrance, but only for standby. EZQ is over there, and I'll take you over to that in just a second. Test seat will be here in a little bit. Over here are the lockers. They're free, and there are a great many of them. So continuing around this way, I think we passed just a second ago, is Fódlan Lodge, Grill and Churrascaria. Anyone who knows me knows that I absolutely love churrasco-style meat, and not only because most of these restaurants are all you can eat. I'm not that fat, at least not anymore. Although I still love me a good Brazilian steakhouse. This is not all you can eat, but it does serve meat churrasco style. You can have your choice of meats. You can either get a 3, 4, or 5 meat platter, the 5 meat being on the dining plan, or you can get a la carte meats for a lower price, as well as some sides. The a la carte meats, you can actually use your snack for dining plan as well. So that works out really well. It gives you lots of options. See one of the trains dropping off the mid-course, which is designed not to slow the train down at all. It is forever trimless and forever running absolutely how it has to be. How fast that they all go. Oh, no. We are not planning on trimming this thing anytime soon. Want to, we would have installed mags up there. But no. Not tonight. Or anytime soon. So these are the restrooms. They include 2 family restrooms. So that's good to know. Nice little area to hang out here. Nice little area to hang out here as well. Going through here. Get a really nice view of the ride and everything. Yeah, this view of the drop. You get a hell of a view here. And you can really see from here how steep that drop is. That is 68.5 degrees and 132 feet down. So kind of a medium size if you think about it. Not as big as like Hades or Voyage, but definitely bigger than the Chinese ones and Ravine Flyer 2 and Boardwalk Bullet. And Cuchulainn. This is another area you can kind of hang out. See, we included these hangout areas here so you could get nice shots of the ride, nice views of nature in front of it. And you have a place to hang out if you're, say, holding all the bags and you don't want to wait all the way over there. So you can just wait right here and they'll come out right there. This is our EZQ entrance. I figured we'd do it like this because, you know, we can create an entirely separate area for everyone. Where you also get good view. You get about the same view of the ride on either the EZQ or the regular queue, just different color palette, let me just say. I actually got inspired to make it like this when I was walking a trail. And the trail passed by this kind of little wetland area. I'm like, what would it be like to wind a queue through there? So, couldn't do the water, but we could do the plants. So this is the end result. We continue on over here. We have our photo booth where you can view and pick up your photos and now videos. We have started, the camera records videos as you fly by now. We have instituted that park wide. Big photos overhaul project. And you can also buy some merch here, although there will be more merch on offer when the new shop opens up, probably next year. And at the front, but that merch is all at the front of the park right now, which makes things a little easier. You come through this way. This is a backstage area. You can go through here and then go underneath the platform, which is also where you're gonna store your stuff. There is a dock box under the platform, which if you're working this ride is where you're gonna store the stuff. As you can see, it's quite a large coaster. There is 4,585 feet of track, which is, as far as length goes, is much shorter than Voyage. And compared to Hades, is a tad shorter as well. But it's still longer than all the other Gravity Group creations. So you get quite a bit of ride time, especially too, because it's off of less height. You get great views of the ride too through this exit platform. Now, one cool feature, or show you around the station, is if you just wait and listen to dispatch, listen to this. So as you know, if you've played Fire Emblem Three Houses, each soundtrack has two versions, a Rain and a Thunder version. Most do. Thunder version playing while you're doing attacks in battle. So I thought, how cool would it be, upon dispatch, to have the soundtrack switch over to Thunder while the train is dispatching and the train behind it is advancing in, and then have it revert back to Rain. We don't have anything other crazy lighting effects, like, it's not like Untamed where everything's like super crazy. And there's lights and everything, which I'm going to be riding in a couple of weeks, by the way, not to make anyone jealous of that. As of this, the time I upload it, it'll be about a week and a half till I'm on it. By the time this goes public. That'll be cool to see, but this is still a nice touch for Fire Emblem fans. So we're going to go ahead and cross over so I can show you the other side. Oh, the gates are being weird. Cross. So yeah, this is our station, of course, in case you haven't realized that somehow. And yes, this station was inspired by Mystic Timbers. I don't know if you can tell by the way its architecture was designed, the way the drive box looks, and the fact that I specifically chose a scissor truss, like pretty much all GCIs use. Plus, at the very least, Untamed. I have to see about the other Vekoma Woodies. But yeah, this is it, pretty much. You got banners, you got map of Fódlan, you got the Church of Saros. I'm going to show you inside that lovely drive box in a bit. We're not going to go down that way to the queue just yet. We're going to go this way. I have some stuff to show y'all as well. These switches, of course, control the gates. When they're locked, you can twist them open. Unlocked. So let's go down this way. It's another backstage area that goes up to the top of our storage shed, and this goes down to the bottom as well. You're gonna go up there mainly if you're not gonna go in there. If you're transferring, it's going to be done from the transfer panel just off the side of here. You're not going to have to go in there ever. So coming back around here, on our way back to the queue, this is another way to get underneath platform if you need to get there. Alright, so right back into this queue. Show you around it. We're going to go over queue lengths in a little bit. I just wanted to show you the rest of it. We have some shading over that part of the queue. I was going to include shading over here, but you don't really need it that much because you're not going to be there too long. And it obstructed the view of the coaster. I wanted everyone to be able to see this turn over here. That's how I envisioned it, pretty much. Like, if you come in here, behind you, like in here, it's lift, turn, and twist. That's how you open those. Like, you're still able to see some of the coaster. I didn't want to obstruct that too much. So that is the end of our lovely little tour. Why don't we stand in a nice spot? We're going to go up out front again. We're going to go, like, to a nice central location. Actually, no. Why don't we have a sit at the at a table, and we can go over some of the ride's general safety information. So, as I have said, This is a Gravity Group wooden coaster, or more accurately, Martin Link's Woody, designed by Gravity Group and fitted with Gravity Craft trains. 135 feet tall, 132 feet drop, 68.5 degrees drop angle, top speed 61 miles an hour, 4,585 feet, and 2 inversions. You'll have a sheet with all that on there. It'll be nice if you're able to memorize it, though. So the guest asks you, how tall is this? How tall is that? How fast does it go upside down? You can say 135, 132, 61, and yes, it does. But it's a wooden coaster. It can't go upside down. Times have changed. And they have changed a lot. Since 2013, when Hades 360 started it. With the traditional Woodies. And Outlaw Run with the prefabs. So, given that these are Gravity Craft Timberliners, the height requirement is actually pretty generous. It's only 42 inches if you ride with an adult. Adult is someone 14 years or older, 60 inches and up. That is the black tape on the height stick. If you want to ride alone, you have to be 48 inches. The maximum recommended weight per seat is 300 pounds. We're not going to weigh anyone, but if you're over 300 pounds, chances are, unless that's mostly from height, you're probably not going to be able to get the restraint to verify. Loose articles. If it can't fit in your pockets, or if it's not a fanny pack or a water bottle, has to go in our free lockers over there. People whinge about it. It's just a couple steps. Although, it's a little bit further if it's EZQ. But chances are they'll probably come over here first and ask where the EZQ entrance is. If someone asks you where the EZQ entrance is and they have a bag, good thing would be to remind them is that they're going to have to put it in a locker before they walk all the way over there and have to walk all the way back. These lockers are free, like I said, for the duration of the queue time, plus 1 hour. If you put it in right away and then the queue time gets longer, you can, once we call it in, once they update it in the system, your counter for the locker will get longer. If it shortens, it will not shorten. So you don't have to worry about suddenly running out of time or anything. Simply go up to the kiosk. You see the kiosk over there. They'll enter that they need a locker. It'll spit out a wristband. You can use that wristband to open that locker and change their rentals. Or they can scan the wristband if they don't know where their locker is or they want to figure out how much time there is. They can scan the locker, or they can scan the wristband at the kiosk and it'll tell them both. Fanny packs, if you take them with you onto the ride, they have to be turned toward the inside because the lap bar hinges down from the outside. Speaking of rider requirements as well, there is no max height requirement. Due to the nature of the restraint, of course, may not accommodate guests above a larger size. Test seats are coming soon. They will be located at both the main entrance and the EZQ, and there will be 2 at each location. So there will be 4 test seats total, more than any other coaster here. In order to ride, each guest has to have a minimum of 3 functioning extremities. Guests must have a minimum of 1 full functioning leg, excluding prosthesis, and 1 leg amputated below the knee. This ride does not have a full body harness. There's no mount for it. We do not have one. Unfortunately, this ride cannot accommodate the full body harness. Guests with cervical collars, neck braces, broken collarbones not permitted, and casts are not permitted on the ride either. You see a cast, turn them away. This ride will be here for a very long time when their arm gets better. So that's what that is. Notice for guests, the ride contains strobe lighting, camera. So that might cause some issues if you have sensitivity to that. And yes, the ride utilizes magnetic systems during the ride. So if you have something like a pacemaker that can be affected by magnetic systems like that, it is best to take that into advice before riding and use your best judgment. So, one last thing. Ride rotations. We have 2 entrances. We have a grouper. We have port checking. We have controls. We have an exit. We have 9 positions. Rotations are going to start from exit. Person at drive will call out. Exit, you can go ahead and start a rotation. 2 things will happen. The exit will start rotating, and the back unload will start checking, and the back unload will check the entire train. Back unload only checks the entire train if front unload is filling out an ADA pass. Front unload is in charge of the ADA pass and communicating to grouper that they need roads. They can use the A-fund it. They can scream over for that. And then exit rotates down to EZQ entrance, and then EZQ over to main entrance up to grouper, front unload, or front load, enable, back unload, front unload, controls if you're train, and then exit again. You can stay in any position for indefinitely if everyone else is okay with it. Except for controls, of course. Be a controls hog. Dick move. And then everyone else has to be okay with you staying. If even one person ejects, gotta move. It's your time. We can cut up to 3 of those positions in this order. First we will cut front load, then we'll cut front unload, and then exit. Cutting front load has no effect. Cutting front unload means that things might take a little longer when there's an ADA pass, because back unload's going to have to commandeer ADA and then check the train after. So hopefully you're quick with the pen in that case, but honestly, if it gets to that point where we're cutting those positions, it's probably because we feel we can, because there's no lock. Trust me, we're not going to be cutting positions at Fódlan Fling for a while. Long time. So it's not really that urgent. And we'll probably be running just 2 trains at that point. Last but not least, before we move on to the queue review, weather. This ride does not go down for any type of rain. However, light rain has no effect, but moderate rain will require the removal of a train. And heavy rain will require operation with only 1 train. Lightning. This ride goes down for 10-mile lightning and wind at the top of the lift hill above 45 miles per hour. Alright, that's pretty much all of the general information. Why don't we go ahead and go into the queue and go over queue times. So, in case you've been falling asleep during the tour, this is our queue. It's just a straight shot back with 3 cattle pens. So, if the line is down to the bottom of the stairs, that's going to be 5 minutes. Continuing on to the end of each cattle pen will be another 10 minutes, so this will be 15. Going up here will be 25, and then 35. The sign with adjustable numbers. You have a digital sign out front, which will tell you the wait time. That'll be updated by park ups. When you call it in, 50 minutes to the hour. 10 minutes to the hour. 50 minutes after the hour, whatever. Each of these switchbacks is going to be 15 minutes. So 45 minutes for each. So you have that 35 minutes. You have this full. That's going to be 80 minutes. Once this one's full too, you have 125 minutes. This one full too is 170 minutes, which is our full queue time. For a ride of this caliber, the 2 hours and 50 minutes actually was not long enough, and we knew that, so we prepared some extended queues to go out that way. Look right down the middle here. And then you would line up here, and then right side would... both sides would be allowed to go to the lockers. Right side would go here, and then in there, and then left side would go here. And then back over this way, we had a rope queue that wound all around the edge, and then up to the EZQ entrance. So that's fun. Alright, let's go this way. Back up this way. We're going to go over the EZQ queue so I can show you that again, so I can show you how to visualize wait times. Go up the stairs. And over. And back over. So here's what's cool about this. It's like 2 completely different worlds. You're in the sticks over here. Which is nice. It's nice, it's cozy, it's a whole different experience when you've got EZQ. So, bottom of the stairs, as usual, is 5 minutes. If you're back to the entrance, but these aren't open, it's 20 minutes. But if you go through here, and we're going to show you this in a second. You go through here, this whole thing is full. Yeah, it's another 30 minutes. Look at that, you get right up close with this thing. We'll wait for a train to go by. We will be red train. Whee! That'll be coming by in just a minute. So yeah, this will add 30 minutes. Look, you can even if you come over here, you can still see it from over here. But yeah, you'll want to be over here if you want to be really nice and up close and personal with it. Should be coming over the mid-course any second now. That drop is pretty gnarly in the back. There it is. Watch how much width there is. And yeet! See? Right up close and personal with the Timberliners. That's what I love about Gravity Group and GCI. There are some spots on their most famous coasters where you can get really close to them. Especially, say, on GCI side, American Thunder, and then Boardwalk Bullet, you can get real close to as well. Alright, that is that. So, why don't we go up to the exit and then start going over that. First of all, this is your ADA elevator. Someone wants to use the ADA elevator, they could bring one other person with them. They can take this phone. You can open her up. Go ahead and pick it up. It'll ring a phone up there. Unload will pick up. Say, hey, I need the elevator. And then they'll activate it for you. You can walk in, press the button in there, and they'll be on their way up. So, say hello to exit. You're basically just going to be standing here, looking pretty, but also taking care of anyone who needs to board from the sides. Alternate access, exit passes, and we're going to go over all that paperwork in detail when we get to EZQ entrance, but you're also going to be in charge of spiels as well. That's a new thing we're doing. We're going to be having remote spiels. So, we need a little demonstration. Have that for a second. Thank you. Oncoming riders, please secure any and all loose articles. If you have a water bottle with you, it must go on this side of the platform. If you have a fanny pack, it must be turned to the inside. Anything else has to ride with you in a pocket, in your fanny pack, or down your shirt. Welcome back, Blue Train. How was your ride? Awesome, glad you enjoyed it. At this time, go ahead and push up on your lap bars. Exit out towards me on this side. Have a great rest of your day. Oncoming riders, please step quickly and carefully through those gates in front of you. Place anything that needs to be placed on the outside platform, and take your seat. Go ahead and pull down on those lap bars as far as they will go. And raise your arms as the crew comes around to check your lap bars. During the ride, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the ride at all times, and your feet flat on the floor. Get ready to drop 132 feet at 68.5 degrees and go through 2 corkscrew inversions, the first traditional twice looping wooden roller coaster in the United States. And then all clear means you guys are up and out of here. Sit upright, hold on tight, and enjoy your ride on Fódlan Fling. Here, you can have this back. Yeah, I've been doing this for a while. So yeah, you're basically just going to spiel. You're going to take care of alternate access. Yeah, it requires a little bit of multitasking. And then you're going to announce over the spieler that to grouper that you need a couple of rows or a row or however many. You can board up to 8 people at a time and no more frequently than every third train. Since it's every third train, it's going to be the same color pretty much. So what we're going to do a lot of times is we're actually going to designate an ADA train. Today, it's red train. And as a train that will always that ADA will always board. So, we are done with exit and spiels. We're going to go down here to EZQ entrance. Forgot to mention at exit, you're also going to handle the medical items, make sure those don't get lost or taken or damaged or whatever. So this is your EZQ entrance, as you already know. You have a phone, you have an A phone. So what you're going to do is going to sit here and look pretty. Nah, you're going to do a little more than that. So, being the EZQ entrance, you're going to have a scanner here. There's going to be a scanner up at Grouper as well. The scanner down here basically tells you how many scans there are left. And the one up there actually deducts the scan and admits the guest. So, if it says 0, then the guest does not come through. Scans get deducted that you get a certain amount each day in a rolling 1-hour window per ride, or at least that's how it usually is. Fódlan Fling being a brand new ride, being extremely popular, in order to keep the EZQ line from going all the way back to the lockers, to keep it reasonable. If you have EZQ Plus or EZQ, you get 1 scan per day. That's how it is for now. Want to ride again? Gotta wait in the regular line. So you're going to take this height stick, you're going to sit here, you're going to greet guests, you're going to hold it upright, and then check rider requirements, check loose articles, and check EZQs. Now, another group that might be admitted through the EZQ line, besides EZQs and those who have one-time EZQs for this, is item tickets. Now, what are item tickets, you might add? Every so often, there might be some issues with these articles where someone might get past the entrance of something they shouldn't have. In that case, they get sent back out to the lockers to go put it away, and they can enter through the EZQ. Something new that we're doing is if it's an EZQ rider who gets caught with that, send them back out to the lockers, and then they can go up to the exit. So we actually have 2 separate item tickets, a black one for the regular and a gray one for EZQ people, so they get admitted through the right place. You're also going to be taking care of giving return times for alternate access for those who have EZQ as well. Yes, you can have both. So, should go over that real quick. There are 2 types of alternate access passes. There's the regular, and there is the Plan Your Day pass. So the regular is a green slip. You go to the entrance, and you get a return time. It's the wait time plus the current time. This one, since the entrances are separate, you gotta get a wait time from your respective entrance if you want the proper time, because the ones keeping track of the wait time are going to be those respective entrances. So, for example, let's say the regular line's 90 minutes, and then the current time is 2:30 in the afternoon. You get a return time of 4 o'clock. And then you add 15 minutes if they're waiting for the front row. This is true for either EZQ or regular. So instead, your return time would be 4:15. If they have an EZQ, they would come to this entrance to get the return time, and it would be the current time plus the EZQ time. So if it is the... So instead if, let's say the EZQ wait would be 15 minutes, you come here, you get a return time of 2:45. Or 3 o'clock if you want the front row. Planar day slips. Not all disabilities are physical. Some are mental. Or sensory, in which case we have the planar day pass. For those who need routine to be able to live their lives properly. So this works on regular intervals. You have anywhere from 5 minutes on a day where it's completely dead, up to 180 minutes for a day where, say, the park would be at capacity. For example, it is currently a Tuesday in late June. The return time on these days, on a sunny day, would be 60 minutes. If it's a bit cloudy, reduce that down to maybe 45. If it's raining, down to like 15, 30. Next week, it's going to be the start of the July 4th holiday. The park is going to be slammed all day, every day, and twice on Sunday. Because we're going to have these purple plum pack the place days. That comes from our calendar. Purple being the opening time of 8 a.m. and plum being the color of the closing time at 2 a.m. But I digress. Those are going to be the days with the 180-minute times. So, you go to your ride, and you ride immediately. Your first ride of the day is a freebie. And then you get your return time, which is the current time you get off the ride, plus which is the current time you boarded, plus the interval time. Say your interval is 60 minutes, and you ride at 2:30, your next ride time is 3:30. If you have EZQ, your EZQ interval time is 2/5 the normal interval time. So in this case, it will be 24 minutes instead. So the next ride time is 2:54. But the 15, you still have to wait an extra 15 for the front row. Now, this being this, and this is also going to be true with a handful of other rides, for the regular EZQ, for the EZQ regular pass, you're only going to be able to use the EZQ time once per day. After that, the interval time is going to be the current time, the regular line time. For the planar day, there are a couple stipulations. First of all, Fódlan Fling cannot be your first ride of the day. It's be at least your second. And you can only use the interval time one time, whether it's regular or EZQ. You can only use the interval time once per day for EZQ. For Fódlan Fling. Not for EZQ, just for Fódlan Fling. You can only use the planar day time once. After that, the current wait time has to have elapsed before your next ride on Fódlan Fling from your last ride. So, say you've already ridden it. Current interval time, 60 minutes. It's currently 2:30. Your last ride was at 1:25. So, any other ride, you'd be able to ride at 2:25. So be able to get on. However, Fódlan Fling and a few other rides, say Fódlan Fling's wait time is 90 minutes. You already rode Fódlan Fling that day, so you wouldn't be able to board until 2:55 in that case. Just trying to flesh this out, make sure everything's as understood as possible. Since you're measuring heights, say you have kid that is not tall enough to ride with the parents. Kid is under 42. Sorry, try again next year. However, they can also request a parent swap. Parent swap is a blue slip. You're going to put their last name, their date on it. The family receives one at the entrance. So everyone is then going to wait in line except for 2 family members plus the kid. 1 or 2 plus the kid. The others who are waiting with the kid are going to wait at the exit or by the exit or wherever. Once the remaining ride, they're going to give the parent swap to exit. The exit's going to keep it. Then the other 2 are going to come up and they're going to say last name. Exit will check if they're good. If their last name matches and the date is today's, go ahead and assign a row for those 2. We have that because if the kid is too short, they cannot wait in line, let alone ride. Same with anyone who does not meet any of the other ride requirements. They are not allowed past the entrance of the ride. Oh, one more note on exit passes. One more note on alternate access. Check rider requirements, please. And their pass is going to have a page with all the rides on it. If there's an X, they cannot ride. If there is a C, they can only ride once certain conditions are met. For example, medical boots are allowed on this one. Or medical boots are not allowed. Actually, no. Medical boots are allowed on this one. But for a ride like, say, Megamac. Megamac does not allow them for obvious reasons. They can fall off and hit someone. So, in which case, it would be a C, which they can ride if they take their boot off. If they have an X to it, most likely it's because they have a cast. Or another condition in which they cannot ride safely. So be sure to watch out for that. I believe that's it for EZQ entrance. I'll take you over to the regular entrance real quick. To, I don't know, just look at it. I pretty much went over everything you need to go over. I don't know, get used to the view. Maybe go over answers to some questions regarding whereabouts of everything. So let's say you're sitting here, right? Guest comes up. The bag. Excuse me, sir. Unfortunately, that backpack is going to need to go in our lockers. They are free. They are right over there. You're going to get asked for the lockers. Just go ahead and point right over there. Yeah, you're going to get dummies. Just take it in stride. Be nice. Be professional. Be presentable. If you notice someone who's particularly large saying, "Hello, have you ridden this before?" They say, "No, I have not." And say, "You know what, never mind. There will be a big sign right here that says, 'May not accommodate larger riders. Please try the test seat if you have any questions.'" Test seat will generate a light, either green, yellow, or red. If it's green, they should be good to go. If it's red, ride-off's not going to be able to get them. If it's yellow, then there's a chance a ride-off will be able to get them in, but at that point, it's up to the ride staff to have the final say. That's how those work. Guess what EZQ comes along? Hello! Comes along for wait time. Hello! I see you have EZQ. You're going to want to go around this way. Go ahead under the coaster. Follow the midway, and then the EZQ entrance should be on your right-hand side. That is true whether they are regular guests or they have an alternate access pass. Simply point them to the right direction. Ride comes along. Kid looks kind of short. Hello! Can I go ahead and see him real quick? Hi. So, unfortunately, he is a little too short to ride for right now. If you want, you can go check out Enchanted Flyer over in the Toy Kingdom section of the park. That will be a coaster that will be able to safely accommodate him. Or her. Or it. Or they. Something along the lines of that. Along the cast. Hello, so unfortunately, due to the nature of this ride, we will not be able to allow people on who have casts. You will not be able to ride until you have the cast removed. Be nice about it, most of them take it in stride. So comes and ask you, where's the nearest place to get food? Over in Fódlan Lodge, which also is the spot with the nearest cash to card machine. Where's the exit? Go ahead and go to the right, go underneath the coaster, follow the midway around. It should be there right on your right. Should be there waiting for you, along with the waiting area if you're waiting for anybody. Let's see, what else? Where is the nearest first aid? Alright, nearest first aid, go ahead around and go back out that way where you came from, back towards New Donk City. The first aid should be on the left-hand side on your way back there. Where's the nearest restroom? Go ahead and follow the midway on the right-hand side. Go past the planter. It should be there on your right. Or go past Grey Aether when we do get that open. The 48-passenger Zamperla Endeavor, which I plan to have accompanying this. Fortunately, supply chain delays mean we will not be able to get this ride ready just yet. We'll probably be installing the ride this winter. And yes, we will be figuring out a way to keep the ride open while they do that. Honestly, that's pretty much every situation I can think of. And if you get an unruly guest, call for a supervisor. If you have a line jumper, please don't be afraid to confront them. If they hurt you in any way, first of all, you can claim workers' comp from us. Second of all, you can sue them. Get some money for your troubles. Pretty much everyone here will count you as a hero. Anyway, did exit. We did both entrances. Let's go up to Greeter. I think I've rambled enough about pretty much everything else here. Yes, we came in during a dispatch sequence. We got that. Okay, so This is your station at Grouper. What you're basically going to do is you're going to check everything you did at entrance, including EZQ. So EZQ over here has got a scanner as well. That actually deducts their scan. If it scans, you're going to check the name and logo as well. Or you're going to check the color as well. Proper color, and it scans. Bingo! Let them in, if not, turn them away. Same with loose articles. If they have anything, they shouldn't turn them away. Give them an item ticket. Gray for if you're turning them away over here. Black if you're turning them away over here. So you're going to assign rows. Don't care how you do it. Front to back, back to front. You didn't see that. Do it any way you want. And don't forget to listen out to exit for when they need rows. Just make sure that train is full, please. And please, pair singles together. Pair odd riders together, for the love of God. It's a new ride. Wait time is long as hell. Make sure you get that train full. Today, the wait time happens to be 225 minutes. If this queue is 170 minutes or more, i.e. completely full, that means there is no preferred seating. So make sure we get the train nice and full. Anyway, I'll do some examples for you. Next train. Hi, can I see that 8 stick, please? Cool. I'm going to do a train or two. You gotta be quick on your feet, because dispatches are quick at this ride. Gate opens. Everybody goes in. Time to start assigning. Alright, how many riders? Alright, 3. You're gonna go 2 in row 1 and 1 in row 2. Put the single rider in row 2, please. How many riders? Alright, 4. You're gonna go to rows 12 and 11, please. How many riders there? 2 of you. Row 10, please. Alright, how many riders over here? 6. Go ahead in 9, 8, and 7. How many riders over here? Just 2 of you. Go ahead, row 6. How many riders? Alright, there's 5 of you. Go ahead, 1 of you in row 2. 2 in row 3, 2 in row 4. How many riders? 4? Okay, please wait over here. Do I have 2? Alright, you 2, you're gonna go in row 5, please. Hurry, hurry. Thank you. Boom, train's full. Alright, 2 rows coming right up. We're gonna go ahead and give them 6 and 7. So what we're gonna do is chain off this. So we know 6 and 7 are occupied. Alright, how many riders, please? 8 of you. You're gonna go to rows 1 through 4, please. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to have you go up front because there is no preferred seating when the queue is full. I'm sorry. How many riders over here? 2 of you. Go row 5, please. How many riders over here? 2 of you. Row 9, or row 8. How many riders? 6. 9, 10, 11. And do I have 2 more from this line? Yes, come on up. Go to row 12, please. Quickly. Thank you. See, I got it full. No big deal. You gotta be polite, but firm and quick. Alright, shall we do one more? Cool. Alright, how many riders? 9. Okay. I'm gonna have you go rows 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Single rider in row 8, please. How many riders over here? 3. Okay, single rider to row 8 and 2 riders to row 7, please. How many riders over here? 3. Go ahead. 2 riders to row 7, 1 rider to row 6. How many riders? 6 and 5. How many riders? 8. Okay, 1 through 4, please. Do we have any single riders down there? Anybody riding by themselves? Alright, no big deal. It's one empty seat in the grand scheme of things. That's pretty much it. Alright, go ahead and hand the height stick back. We're going to go up here and learn to check restraints now. I know, so exciting. So this is front load. Front load is the first of 4 checking positions you will rotate into in a rotation. So you're going to check the 6 seats closest to here. So rows 1 through 6 on this side. You're going to check front to back. Once the gates close, you're going to look at that monitor, make sure your seats are green. If someone needs to up-bar, unfortunately right now we have the entire train only that has to be up-barred in the event someone cannot fit in the ride. Hopefully, having a test seat should mitigate that as much as possible. But we're always going to have one come through that will at least want to try it. Because, you know how the legend goes, the actual train is more accommodating than the test seat. That is true for pretty much everything. Except for Lightning Run. Lightning Run has been a thorn in my side in that regard. So, once Red Train parks, I'll show you outside. You're just going to take one hand, push-pull, real quick. And I mean quick. You got to do this fast. Because we want to keep hitting that interval. We're dispatching trains like 35 to 40 seconds consistently. The order of clears is going to go your clear first, then front unload, then back unload, and then enable. Enable is going to be the high clear. If only back unload is checking the train, then it's going to go you, then them, and then over there. You got to make sure that your clear can be seen from over there. All right, hands up, please. Check each one real quick. No, you don't have to high five in the middle. No, you don't have to check in pairs. Do all that. Go ahead and look back at the train. Make sure you don't catch anything last minute. Look at the monitor. Do your eye cycle. And go ahead and throw out your clear. All clear. And you are out of here. Let's do a couple more of those. You're going to have to be quicker. Quicker. We haven't had to up-bar the whole train yet today. This thing's pretty darn reliable, too. Most days. Alright, so when those open, go ahead and step over here. Everyone walk through. You take it. Down bar. Hands up for me, please. Check each one. And then go back, watching your train. As long as you're behind the line, go ahead and do your eye cycle. And throw out your low clear. All clear. Cool. Let's do one more. We'll cross over. We're not going to cross over. But, rotate to enable. Down bar. All right, hands up, please. Clear. All clear. Pretty darn easy. You just got to be quick. It's very simple. There's really not much to it. You just got to be really quick. All right. Wait for 1 second. Cross. Cross complete. Good. I'll take that. Go ahead and sit down. Sit over here. All right. Next up is... Wait, we're on the wrong side. My brain just fogged. Next one. We gotta wait till that parks again. My bad. Can you guys wait just 1 second after they get out? I gotta cross back over. Cross. Alright, go ahead and board. Excuse me, sorry. Alright, this is enable. Got a very simple panel here. Gates are on auto mode right now. If they are ever put on manual, you can twist that to the left to open them, and then every cycle you twist to the right to close them. Once it looks like everyone's boarded, go ahead and close those gates. And then your button is a mushroom, and then you have your e-stop over on the side. Always keep one hand on the panel if you can. Well, you have to anyway, because you have to hold this button down. Buttons are held down until restraints open up at the end of each cycle. If you are running with one train, you have to wait till the train is completely out of the station, then you can let go. Of course, as always, you can put down or clear as soon as you start moving. As soon as the train starts moving. And yes, this thing's pretty sturdy, so what a lot of people do is turn this way, their hand behind their ass, and just lean on it. That's what a lot of people do. Be careful though, because I don't need you breaking a mushroom because you got it caught in your pants. That happens a lot. And a lot of coasters that had green mushrooms now have e-stops because of it. That's why. Anyway, you're going to check the back 6 seats here and look for a clear over here. Your eye cycle is going to be checking here and up here. And making sure this gate is closed. Alright. Gates are open. So everyone's boarding, everyone's boarding, everyone's boarding. I'm going to go ahead and twist it to the right to close the gates. Then we're going to go up here. to row 6. All right, hands up, please. You're visually checking as well. Physically, visually, the monitor, you are good. Check everything. And put up your high clear. And press your button. Clear. All clear. If you do let go of your button at this point, it'll just stop in the tires. And fun fact, the music doesn't revert back to rain until it's fully parked, so it could be on thunder for a while if an issue happens. All right, and close those gates. Let's go up here. All right, hands up for me, please. To the monitor. Awesome. Good to go. I told you gotta be quick. Especially back here. So you can't even move from this spot until the train is fully parked. Or, I mean, until the gates are closed. Gates open by themselves. Everyone's coming in. We got 1100 last hour. It's great. Hands up, please. There we go. That was much better. Clear. All clear. Let's do one more. Let's do one more because you kind of messed that old one up. 3 good dispatches. All right, gates are closing. Hands up for me, please. Thank you. Monitor and check everything else. Clear. All clear. Cool. Now we cross over. All right, hold on 1 second, guys. Cross. Cross is complete. Back unload. You're just checking these seats. You're waiting for your clear from there, and then make sure that Enable can see your clear from here. You're gonna have that pass. Thank you. Hey, Johnson, I need 1 row. I need 1 row, please. Welcome back, riders. Go ahead and push up on your lap bars, exit out to your left-hand side. Oncoming riders, please step quickly and carefully through those open gates. Place anything you need to on the... Place water balls over here. Take your seat. Go ahead and raise those arms nice and high so we can check your restraints. During your ride, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the ride at all times. Please keep your feet flat on the floor throughout your ride. Clear. All clear. I forgot to mention you are spieling when we have no exit. Back here. That was just me doing it. I'm not going to make you spiel while you're checking just yet. I can go ahead and give it back to the person whose position we hijacked. And focus on just checking. Hands up for me, please. Thank you. Clear. All clear. Let's do one more in this position. Front checks the gates. Alright, hands up, please. Clear. All clear. Very nice. Awesome. Rotate up and do 3 from front load. Front unload, I mean. I have another challenge for you. On one of your cycles. So, basically you're just going to check the first 6. And then you're also going to tug on these gates. Clear. It clears. And then all clear. So that's basically what you're going to do. However, while exit is rotating and while back unload is filling in a pass, front unload checks the whole train. So we're going to try that right now. Stand over here. Down bar. All right, hands up for me, please. Thank you. Clear. All clear. Yep. Simple enough. You just gotta be quick. You just gotta be quick. You gotta be efficient. Alright. Let's do 2 more normal cycles, and then 1 more cycle where you check the whole train. Just waiting out here for everyone aboard. It's gonna make your life a lot easier. Clear. Nice recovery. I know it's just spaced a little bit. Alright, 1 more normal cycle and 1 more whole train cycle. Down bar. Alright, hands up, please. Clear. All clear. Cool. 1 more cycle, and this time we're checking the whole train again. You got ADA. No, I don't. You do for this cycle, just pretend you do. Train parks, go over here. Down bar. Right, hands up, please. Thank you. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Up to the gates. Both gates are good. Up over here. Scan. Clear. All clear. That's how you do that. As soon as the train parks, it's controls time. Yeah. Checking the whole train when there's a 225-minute line could be pretty exhilarating and nerve-wracking at the same time. But you got this. Alright, go ahead and take your spot back. We're going to go in here. Alrighty. Welcome to our awesome, luxurious drive box. This is your panel. It's a consign. I know. It's pretty. It's nice. Here you've also got a few spare height sticks. You have your A-phone here and your phone over here. Your chair and your air conditioning and your view out the back and your view out the side. Front, your view over here. Some people door open or close. I like it closed because I like privacy when I'm in here. for no reason. And then, but a lot of people like to leave it open for the increased view that you have out the back of this. I think for your sake, for training, I think we're going to leave it open. So, let's go over this beautiful consign. So, top left gives your panel enable. This is basically control power. You key the ride off, it e-stops itself. If you key the ride off during operation while guests are on board, I will kill you. Please don't do that. I'll kill you by making you ride the nearest Vekoma SLC over and over again. Operation modes. It's in auto right now. So you basically hold down the buttons and it does what you want. Same time as enable. Manual mode means you're manually advancing blocks. We only use that for block checking in the morning. Other than that, maintenance mostly does. And then transfer mode enables the transfer panel to be used. So you can move that over, you can send trains over there. The door must be open. The door is controlled off this panel as well. The door must be open in order for the table to be moved over, for trains to be advanced forward and backwards. Maintenance bypass simply throws it in maintenance mode. Obviously, we're not going to be the ones touching that. Your acknowledge button. So, here we have errors. Ride errors. If you see a big one flashing up on the screen, you press acknowledge to stop it from screaming at you. And then you download the stack as you normally would. And then you would also alert your ride leadership and then call the ride down to park ups so that they can update it on the app, the ride board up front, and the lockers, because the timer pauses while the ride is down. You also can't rent any lockers during that time. Your gate control, auto, manual. There are a bunch of reasons why you might need gates to manual, such as loading alternate access. That's going to take a little while. Crew rotations. Maybe the ride's down. Someone yacked on it. Like, different reasons. If you don't want the gates opening right away, throw this into manual. Just don't forget to throw it back into auto. Because otherwise you're going to be sitting there looking dumb. Like, hey, why aren't the gates opening? Oh, it's a manual. Oh. See me over to the top right. It's your E-stop button. Push that without a good reason. I will also kill you. But if you are in doubt, press E-stop first. Ask questions later. If one of your ride staff calls out E-stop, press the E-stop first. If it's a bad E-stop, it'll be on. E-stop lockout, also known as a motion stop lockout. This is for when you need to go in a low zone or another like really restricted area safely, then you are supposed to lock out. If you're doing locks at the end of the night with one other person, then you two can just put your locks in the holes, keep the key on you. I will also kill you if you lose a key, because you are the only one who can unlock your lock from the lockout. And if you lose the key, there are all sorts of hoops that have to be jumped through in order to remove that key again. Or to remove that lock without the original key. Some dingbat maintenance guy left his lockout on last Tuesday at Windy City Mine Train. So if you're wondering why that went up like 2 hours late that morning, that's why. To really gum up the works and make sure your key is safe so you can take your own lock off after you're done doing locks. E-stop reset is exactly what it sounds like. Once you have E-stop pressed, if you want to start the ride up again, you gotta lift up from E-stop, press the E-stop reset, and then hit ride start. Ride stop is different from E-stop in that it's gonna close all the brakes, gonna stop the lift. It's gonna stop each traveling train at the next control point, but it is not going to cut power to the ride. E-stop will cut power to the ride. And if you press an E-stop anywhere, it will show you on the panel who pressed it. Which one was pressed. Lift start. Lift stop just stops. Lift start starts it. For lift start, you are going to have someone walk out to the bottom of the lift, out there. You're going to pick up the phone, the A phone. You're going to pick that up. You're going to say, ready, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to hold it down for a little while. The little horn's going to play, and then the lift is going to start. That is something that's going to, at the very least, be done twice a morning. Once when you test the lift stop, and once when you do block checks. Because if a train block checks at the top, the lift shuts off. You have to restart it. You have to jump start it again. Of course, you can lift stop for phones up to halfway. Go, take the phone. Phone security will be waiting for them. And then they'll haul them off. And then Cal City PD will have their way with them. It is a felony reckless endangerment charge to use your phone on a ride. So, yeah. I'm ready to ruin lives over this because people have been hurt and almost killed because of that. But I digress. Your advanced dispatch button is your mushroom, self-explanatory. Your HMI enable. You hold that down while you're interacting with your human-machine interface or your screen. I'll go over in a second. And your restraints button locks the restraints. And if you hold them down for a second, they unlock them as well. So, push to lock and then hold to unlock again. So run diagnostic. It's not for you. These two are self-explanatory. You're probably not going to have to use the menu unless you're leadership or maintenance. These are your readies. You got your train here. It's fully monitored. You have your telemetry data. Here, I'll explain that in a bit too. And then your gates. So this gate, and those two. And then your enable button if it's pressed. Everything's green. Green means go, daddy-o. You get the ride reference, then good for you. You've been to Dollywood. And you've paid attention. So the train number is the number of train. Blue is 1. Yellow is 2. Red is 3. Train parking station time, same as up there. Wind. the sustained wind speed. If there's a sustained wind speed over 45 miles an hour at the top of the lift for more than, say, 10 minutes, then the ride will stop and stuff. Then it'll beep at you and have you, and at which point you would download and stack. We might have to, and at that point it won't let you dispatch another train till that wind goes down. So at that point we'd probably have to evac, so we don't send an empty train in the Windworld Valley almost guaranteedly. Last run time is the time from top of the lift to final brakes. Current time is the current time, and the current temperature is current temperature. This can operate in anything down to 10 below zero, and there is no upper limit. You get this on a good 90-degree day, this thing is going to scream around this layout. It's glorious. Alright, enough chit-chat about what's on the panel and ruining lives over phones. Let's go ahead and go over what you're going to do each cycle. So, I'm going to sit here, be paying attention. Once these load gates close, hit that restraint button. If anyone needs an unlock, you hold down the button, you say, attention, at this time, we will be unlocking your restraints. They will be locked from main controls. This is on purpose. We will be locking them again in a quick second. And then you also call out rotations and call out ADA if there's no exit. So you have grouper, reserve, some rows. Or if there's no grouper, which in this case there will never be no grouper. So once all the restraints are checked, you're going to look out here. Going up front. Now that I think about it, we should probably have high clear be back here so controls can see it. Change that in a second, but yeah, once you see high clear, then you're going to hold your buttons down. You're going to say all clear, hold your buttons down, and then that'll be that. So why don't we go ahead and put you in the driver's seat. So gates are closed. Go ahead and hit that restraint button. Say down bar. Restraints are locked. Checking. High clear, go ahead and say your scan. Say all clear, go ahead and hold down your buttons. Trains unlock themselves at the end of the ride. You don't need to do anything there. Gates are open. Gates are closed. Go ahead and hit the restraints button. Restraints are now locked. There really isn't a whole lot to this. All clear? We'll do one more. It's honestly so simple, we don't need any more than that. Some explanations. That took up most of our time. I was hoping this one wouldn't be this long, but alas, it was. Let's be real, it's because I rambled on and on and on and on and on. Alright. Gates are closed. Go ahead and hit restraints. Down bar. Checking, 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 checking. Fódlan Fling is ready. Go ahead and scan. All clear. Alright. Go ahead and take back controls. Cool. You want this open or closed? Alright, close it. Cool. Let's go out this way, please. Let's go down this way and walk out. Alright. So that's it for training for Fódlan Fling. Not much else I can say that hasn't already been said. This is one hell of a woody that we got. We already have one hell of a woody over in the jungle area. I forget what it's called, if we even called it anything. And I'm really happy we added this. The guests love it, and the employees love running it. So, once the original crew comes time to change around, probably have some more tryouts. Who knows what the future holds for this ride and its crew. Alright, those of you who are with us, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you learned a lot about old Fódlan Fling here. I'll see you guys again when we get back from Europe. Peace out.